Hello dear watercolorists, and thank you so much for watching yet another video of beach sunset. I use a photo that I took last night in Manhattan Beach. Just went for a walk and took the camera with me, snapped this photo, edited a little bit just to make the colors more intense, and then we can use it as reference. Just know that in the past I used to go for realism, and I was very unsatisfied because I could not do it perfectly and I was upset. So then I am now in the stage where I'm using a reference image or a landscape that I'm painting plein air, and I'm tweaking it, I'm adjusting it, I am creating a different scene that I'm seeing, just for the purpose of letting my imagination run wild and also have an original piece. I'm wetting the upper side of my paper up until the horizon line. I'm using for this sky a mix of cerulean blue and ultramarine blue. The reason that I am using also the ultramarine blue is to give it a more intense pigment, because I feel that as much as I love to use a cerulean blue, which I'm using for most of my paintings, as you guys noticed, but it's not getting dark and intense enough, so I like to mix it up with ultramarine blue. So now for the fun effect, which is the sun shining, I'm using this cap from a lens that I got, but you can use anything. You can even use a coin, but that will make your sun just look smaller. So whatever the effect you want to achieve, you will use a bigger or a smaller diameter reference object. You can even use a glass and hold it straight there, hold it tight, and go ahead and go around that object with your yellow. I used for this cadmium yellow from my Schmincke tubes set, and I am spreading it. As you can see here, I want to have a soft effect, so I'm wiping the inside of the circle of the sun. And for the weeds that are gonna go in the front, I'm gonna use a little bit of masking fluid that I'm applying with the liner. I'm gonna leave a link below on where you can purchase that. If you're interested, it's expensive. I don't use it all the time, just when I'm looking for a more dramatic effect and a higher contrast with the background. Mind that before putting my masking fluid, I use some of the yellow just to have spots of color in the weeds that I will later have as a lighter subject. Now I'm using a darker shade of sepia brown. I'm mixing it in some of the weeds with the permanent green olive. You can use pretty much any green. I just feel like permanent green olive works better with the sepia brown that I chose. I want to have this more toned down effect. I don't want it to be flashy, and I don't want my green to compete with cadmium yellow or the vibrance of the sky. So I'm doing those weeds, and then I go around to fill up the sketch of my person that is riding the bicycle. Some parts I'm wiping with just a wet brush. So after I take the masking fluid off, this is the effect that I have in the weeds with the masking fluid that I used. And I added a little bit more yellow just to make it pop more and have some sort of relationship between the two yellow centers of attention in my painting. Well, I hope you guys enjoy painting this with me, and if you have more questions and comments, please leave them below, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button to be notified for my next videos. Happy painting!